We're back with another video. I would say 5 to 6 years of my life are just gone. I'm gonna tell you how that happened. When it comes to this stuff, man, I mean, wait, hold on. Before we even get into anything, let me give you a little bit, just a little sneak peek into the origins of Okuba. I am 26 years old, right? I'm a pretty old guy. Not that old, but I'm getting there, right? And to be honest with y'all, I thought that my 20s was gonna go a lot differently, you know? I went to college in 2017, right? Summer 2017, and I had high dreams, man. I'm just lying. I had no idea what the fuck I was gonna do. I didn't think that I was good enough, bro. My grades in high school was horrible. When I say horrible, they were bottom of the barrel. I barely graduated high school. I was ADHD, bro. Anytime I thought I was studying, I would study for 10 minutes, and I think I'm studying for 3 hours. And I thought I was good. No, I was not. I could never really keep my grades. I would always start off really good in the beginning of the semester and then fall off completely. But when I went to school and then what I was gonna do, you know, I grew up with Nigerian parents. If any of y'all have Nigerian parents or immigrant parents, you already know where this conversation is going.
You condemned commoner. Today my enemies have succeeded. Everybody else's children is CEO of Google, Twitter, and Apple at the same time. I also can't do simple PhD. Extract yourself from my room immediately before I implement you.
I didn't really choose what I wanted to do. I really had two choices. Either be a doctor or something that will get me to being a multi-millionaire by the end of my 25th year of living. So I was like, you know what, I'll do architecture. When I was in college and I was doing architecture, dude, every time I was sitting in my classes, I always felt like I did not fit in. I couldn't explain it, I didn't know why it was, but I just always felt like I shouldn't be here. I was afraid that even if I were to do well, I couldn't be as well as those guys. Or I always just thought to myself, I could never be an architect. I'm not good enough. I always kept saying, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. I ended up not even finishing my architecture degree, bro. I could not pass calculus. I failed calculus maybe 3 times. I could not do it. I felt so stupid because I was so young back then, and like a 4-year point, 5-year point, and they're like, hey, you know, you're still taking these architecture classes, but you're technically not in the program, so I don't think you're going to be able to graduate from this course unless you were to get your GPA up, and if you were to figure out some sort of way where you could pass calculus. And I was like, bro, am I really going to do this class for a 4th time? 4th. And that was when I ended up doing a different major, sustainable design. I chose that. So I went with that, did that, minor architecture. Passed my classes, ended school with like a 3.5 GPA. And I was happy with myself. I was like, dude, I can do this shit. Then it's time to look for work. I'm out of college. Finally, it's time. I got nothing. Bro, I'll never forget. I had one interview with an internship. I put on my best suit. I practiced for weeks. I worked on my portfolio and everything, bro. That interview didn't even give me a call back. Not even a text to let me know I didn't even get the job. There was just nothing. Crickets. And I kept looking. I kept trying. And if you think this is a video where I'm going to tell you guys that this is a story where you never give up, this is a story where I gave up. I've grown up my whole life with so many people saying, oh, don't do, you know, this degree because you won't have the money. You know, the money. That's all I always heard about. Had no faith in my dreams. It wasn't until recently I watched this video, and I think it was Robert Kirkman, creator of Invincible. And that story spoke to me. I don't know what it was, because I've heard so many stories in the past of people that like quit their job and went to go do what they really wanted to do. But for some reason, I don't know what it was, but it was at this specific time in my life that I really needed to hear that, because bro, as soon as I heard that, I realized, yeah, I'm done. I'm not doing this. This is not what I want to do. And that was when I realized what I really want to do. It's this. I also want to make video games, bro. I'm telling you, it's been in my head since I was a little kid, bro. I always play video games. I love video games, bro. I love platformers. I love fighting games. They're cool as shit to me. And I always was saying to myself, man, what if I made my own and I'm playing that? That would be so much fun. But what would be even cooler, what if I got other people to play that shit? It was always a dream I had, but I never did it because I was afraid of success, bro. I was afraid of trying because it's such a long start. Dude, the nigga that made Undertale, Toby Fox, that guy was working on Undertale for years. I think literally a decade. I'm scared to try to be in something committed like that for so long. I don't know what it is, but like now, maybe it's because now I'm reaching towards the end of my 20s. If I don't start this now, I'm never gonna start this. There are so many times in my life, bro, where I missed out on opportunities because I was afraid to go ahead and grab and take it. To like actually put myself out there. Because I either thought I wasn't good enough or I couldn't handle it. But how the fuck would I ever know if I don't try it? I'm gonna put myself out there. I'm gonna try this YouTube stuff. I'm gonna try to make this video game hopefully around the same time. And I want this to be, I want that to be my life. I want this to be my life, dude. Every single job that I've ever worked at, that I ever had, I always thought one thing. I would much rather be doing something else. And I feel like even if I got the architecture job of my dreams, I'm working at an architecture firm, I think I'd think the same thing. I'd rather be doing something else. But before we go, I just want to give you guys one little sneak peek. Alright, the best I can show you guys for now is just this. If you can even see that shit. Don't worry, I'll post a picture of it too. That's the title of the game. It's gonna be called Journeys of Duos. Should I show you guys the main characters? This is them. Now I know what you guys are thinking. Is that fucking Goku? There's an explanation for that. But that's all I'm gonna give for now. That's it. Because I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I have nothing right now. I mean, dang, this is gonna be a long video. One of the things I'm really proud of myself for in the past couple years, because I was kind of disappointed with how my life has been going after college. You know, I was always like, man, I have nothing to work towards for this video game I want to make. Or for even YouTube. And dude, I feel like such a fool because dude, the one thing that I've been working on, you know, you can go back to my video in like, what, that was 24, 23, whatever. My music journal. Bro, I started making music last year. I'm still making music now. Like, it's unbelievable to think of that I can make music now. Y'all don't understand. I've been wanting to learn how to make music literally since I was a little kid. I love music. I love listening to music. Every single time I listen to music in the car when I was a kid, dude, I was always thinking, man, I want to do this one day. And it took me all the way up until I was 24, 25 years old. And I can do it now. I could go and make a beat right now in FL Studios. Sure, sometimes it might be good, sometimes it might not be good. Fuck that, bro. The fact that I can even fucking do that shit is incredible to me. And I'm proud of myself for that. Because I can't believe I could do that shit now. And like my art, bro, I've been drawing since I was a kid. But like, I was never confident in my art. Like, those are two big parts of like the game that I want to do that I got down. And like my Photoshop skills are much better now. I know how to video edit now. Like I'm picking up all these skills, and I was always so disappointed in myself. Always like, man, I'm not doing anything. I have nothing. When really, I really think about it, I'm like, dude, I actually really have done a lot more than I thought I have. And And I honestly think that's a lesson for a lot of people. I feel like a lot of people in life feel as if they haven't done anything, they haven't accomplished anything because they haven't reached their big goal. But they're not noticing the little small steps that they've made towards that goal. And I know everybody wants to do this shit when they're young, you know, like all the time. I always thought, bro, and I thought I was gonna, when I was like in high school, I thought, oh, I would make this game out by the time I'm like in my early 20s. I'm so glad I didn't, because first off, those drawing designs I had as a kid were awful. They're fucking stick figures. Secondly, the story was nonsense back then. Like now, I'm much more matured. I want an actual thought out story. I know what I want to do now. Live your life, bro. Live your life. If you fail, then you fucking pick yourself back up. And you know what? I'm willing to take that risk. I've taken so many risks in my life, and people always tell me, why are you doing that? Why are you taking a risk? Why could you possibly do that? And I fuck up all the time. I fuck up so much, bro. I'm so careless. To the point where I'm used to it. And that's where I really got to thinking, like, man, yeah, if this shit doesn't go out the way I think it will, I'll be fine. Man, I've been yapping for so long, man. Fuck it. Nigga, shut up. Alright. I don't know. This video is gonna come out eventually. Once I figure out how to record this DaVinci and stuff. But, yeah, that's basically it. Honestly, if you're here that far, go ahead and drop a like, and, you know, maybe a little subscribe too with the little notification bell on top. So that way you know, and you'll be informed when the next Okuba video drops, which will be soon. No lie this time. Promise. Another video this month. Definitely before the end of the week. Okay, that's a fucking lie.
Never back down, never what?
Never give up.
Never back down, never what?
Never give up.
Let's go!